Okay guys, so someone asked to see my workflow in Photoshop, and it just so happened I had some really cool pictures to use, so here it is. The first thing that I do is to import the image into Photoshop, and I immediately do frequency separation and dodge and burn on the skin and other areas of the image if they need it. And I'm just going to quickly skip ahead because I have an in-depth video going over how I do frequency separation and dodging and burning on my channel. The next thing that I do is 99% of the time, I'm desaturating the image. And I use hue and saturation. I then go and move on to the lovely curves. And I work on the tones of the image, brightening or darkening areas with, and I usually just do this with curve layers, and it's my favorite way to do it. And here you can see I have a layer mask on my curves layer, and I am just focusing the light and tones on the subject and basically covering up everything else to create a vignette and to just really isolate the different areas of the image. And this is so much fun, rewatching what I've done. And I am going to create another vignette by using my lasso tool, and I also feather that out quite a bit and keep clicking the wrong things. And I am going to create another vignette, like I said before, just much darker and to really isolate the background. Because with this image, the goal is to create a darker themed image, and so I wanted a darker background and a darker location, but wanted to keep the subject still light and pretty. So my next step in an image is to make sure that my vignette did not go over the skin or the face of my subject. But this is the fun part, and I go back to a curves layer, and I'm going to start playing with colors. And a lot of the times this is not planned out. A lot of the times I just play with colors that I like. I am on a big kick with red and cyan, with red in the shadows and cyans in the highlights. And this is just me playing around and finding the right colors for this image. There's not a right or wrong way, I guess, to do this. I don't have a formula for every single time I do an image. And I'm still playing with colors and adding in different colors in my shadows and my highlights. And I use the curve layers, but I also use selective color layers to isolate different colors in my image, or to change certain colors. And like I said before, this is all about just playing around with the colors and finding the right mood for my images. I know I feel like this is kind of boring. I don't know if this is what you guys wanted, but this is my workflow. I start out with the skin, dodging and burning, and then I go in and I fix the lighting the way that I want to with curves, and then I go and I play with the color until I find the color that I like. And this is what I do every single time. Sometimes I know what type of mood that I want specifically, or sometimes I know exactly what colors I want to use in an image, but a lot of the time, I don't know what percentage of the time, but a lot of the time, I just like to go into Photoshop and I like to play around with different colors, play around with curves and selective color, and even replace color, or maybe it's called color replace color, one of the others. And I just go around and I play around and I tinker with it until it turns into something that looks how the image looked in my mind, if that makes sense. And see, I'm finally getting there. I'm finally getting to a place where I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted. And then I go back and forth. I just keep, I test it. I turn the layer on and off again just to see if I really, really like it. And when I'm basically like, when I'm excited, I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Then I stop and I merge all my layers together and I save it and ta-da. And then I'm done. But here I am. And sometimes I do have to go back and tinker with contrast and lighting after I've finalized the color scheme. Sometimes I have to go back and check out my lighting or tweak it to make it look better. Sometimes changing the colors can make you want to change other things about the photo. And I'm just rambling, but I really don't know what else to say about my workflow because this is it. This is what I do. This is in real time, y'all. And I'm also having to sit out in the car because there's too many people in the house and they're talking really loudly. I'm afraid the coyotes are going to get me. And it's cold. But I love you guys, so I do things for you, you know. Like a good person. But yeah, this is my workflow. If you have any questions, just ask and I will answer them. I like talking to you guys. If you have any requests for videos, please let me know and I will see you guys soon. Bye!